Hello everyone. In today's video, as you can see right here in front of me, we are going to be reviewing a huge laptop computer. I think you can probably see it in the frame. It's by Panasonic, as you can probably tell. That logo is huge, written on the thing.
Stop recording video.
Let's get to this. This is the charger that comes with the laptop. Pretty nice one. This is actually our dad's laptop. We are allowed to use it, gratefully.
YouTube, now, red circle, watch live now, Matt the Awesome Guy Gaming, LOL Stream 7, attachment.
I'll watch that later.
Speech
Thank
off.
you, YouTube. Yeah. This computer is huge. I'm going to show you around it, and we're going to get to using it to show you what I can do on this thing. It's pretty massive. So, if we go to the back of this thing, yes, I'm doing this on my bed, you can open the flap. You have some ports here in the back, if this wants to work, which, that's what you guys are going to get to see me do right now, is open this thing up in the back. There. Okay, you can get a better view of the ports. You have two USB ports back here. Okay. I'm not sure what that is. I think that's like a microphone. This might be like an infrared sensor. I'm not sure. A VGA port for if you wanted to connect it to a big screen. And a headphone and a microphone jack. Or like, I'm not sure what that's for. This is the switch. I'm not sure what this is for. Here we have another VGA port. The one for the big screen. You put this down like this. Now, if we go to the left side, in here you have a mini SD card slot. I have to see if I can put that back in now. Another card slot. And a CD disk drive. And I'm not sure what this is, but looks like a button. Now if we flip over to the right side of the computer, you will notice that we have numerous other ports. Matt, I'm doing my best to describe this for you. You have an SD card on the far right side. You have, I'm not sure what that little port is to the side. I think it's definitely not a headphone jack. I think it's another infrared sensor, I'm not sure. Two Ethernet ports, I think Internet 2.0 and Internet 3.0 Ethernet ports. And the charging port is actually right here in the corner. And you have a third USB port on this computer. So it's not like a small laptop where you have about 4 or 5 USB ports. This is fancy, but not too fancy. Now this is the thing that you would push to unlock your computer. To open it. And as you can see, as soon as you open it,
Windows logon dialog, password edit.
It's much like a Mac. So I already had to punch in my password, and I have NVDA. It has a retractable carrying handle. I'll be back with that in a minute. It has this retractable carrying handle, which is very cool. That's if you want to work out. And it's starting. Let me make sure. I'm going to log in. So I'm going to put the camera down while I log in.
Windows logon dialog for username. Password ed. Star. Windows logon dialog for
Okay.
password edit.
What am I
OK button. Password ed. Star.
There.
Desktop list.
I didn't realize I was actually using my dad's account, the admin. This is our desktop.
Speech. Zoom. 5 minutes. Stop.
This is a very neat laptop. Has a huge screen, and it also has this antenna on top, which you would retract, and that causes it to retrieve better internet signal. It comes with a pen at the bottom. This is the pen that it comes with. Yes, it's a touchscreen. That's why it comes with this stylus. Now, I'm left-handed, so I'm going to control this with that.
0 links is records that log into exterior desktop. One online enrollment form step 2 Strategy. Online NCF 30 desktop.
We've had this computer for a while, I could definitely say that. Look at the pen. There's our screen. Okay. And, yeah, that's pretty much all there is to it.
Start menu, search box, edit, search pro.
I'm gonna put this in between my legs. Sorry, I was covering up the camera a little bit. Put it there. You guys will be able to see it from this view, I hope. Because my leg is blocking the iPad from moving away from the computer, which is good. Let me go to Word.
D list programs grouping expanded. Word 2000 taskbar.
I hope this loads.
7 minutes. Zoom. 7 minutes. Stop.
I hope this is working.
Quick question. Word product active. Help button up. Close button up. Learn more about help. Close button Alt plus C.
Yeah, I customized this computer's sound a long time ago.
Learn how to change product key button Alt plus privacy state. Help but close button Alt plus C. Space. Word product activation failed. New grouping. Featured grouping. Blank document. Microsoft Word doc.
And we have been brought up to a Word document. So I'm just going to type in some stuff. Yeah, I can type pretty quick on here. Let's just say we're going to be doing an essay.
ETS space JE ET space what space dot E space B space O R G T T D space E what space O R space E D E D E O L L dot.
Also something you might have noticed is the keys are a little bit separated, but that's great for this type of computer because this is actually a military computer. I don't know if I already mentioned that. But yeah. So the keys are separated, and you're able to type pretty effectively on here. And considering how well this types...
Viewfinder. Focus on log. Image.
Okay. So I'm just going to give you guys my opinion of this computer on video, on the Word document.
A-N K-H-U D-R space space G-R-E-A-D dot space A-D space space O space A-O-T O-L Space. T. Space. G. T. O. U. A. Space. X. H. X. Space. O. M. P. T. R. Dot. Space.
Okay.
Space.
For my sighted viewers,
Focus unlocked. Stop.
you guys can see my note right there. It's not really much of an essay, but okay. I did what I could. Matt the Awesome Guy. For blind people like Matt the Awesome Guy and anybody else.
Spelling error, let's just. I think this spelling error, let's just say we will be doing an essay for the video.
Okay, I'm going to see if I can do a read aloud. The insert key is definitely not up here like on a regular Windows computer. It's actually going to be right down here. Next to...
Spelling error, I. Out of spelling error, space. Spelling error, T. H. I. N. K.
I'm not sure what that is, but okay.
Cannot get enough of this computer. Giant spelling error is.
Ah.
Let's just say we will be doing an essay for the spelling error video.nk. This computer is great. It can do a spelling error, cannot get enough. Spelling error, cannot get enough of. Spelling error, let's just say we will be doing an essay for the spelling error video.nk. This computer is great. It can do a lot for me, I just.
Well, Matt, I'm going to read this to you. It has my first and last name at the top. It says, let's just say we're doing an essay. Which, that's what I said earlier. And I just expressed my opinion towards this computer.
Spelling error, cannot get. Spelling error, let's just say we will be doing an essay for the spelling error video.nk. This computer is great. It can do a lot for me, I just.
I think that this computer is great. It can do a lot for me. I just
Spelling error, cannot
cannot
get
get
enough of this computer.
get enough of this computer. Okay. Now, let's get out of there.
Microsoft Word dial.
Now, since we were just doing this for a video, no.
Desktop list with.
Now, for NVDA users, I want to show you something that might potentially work for you, especially for those of you that speak Spanish. Breezy Productions, this video, actually, well, this segment in the video is especially dedicated to you. I'm going to show you how you can switch your language. Actually switch the whole language. So we're going to be pressing Insert, which is going to be next to this
Delete multiple items dialog.
Delete. That's going to be the delete key.
Desktop list.
And I did not realize that's what I was doing.
NVDA menu.
So, yeah, delete is going to be at the bottom of the keyboard, like the arrow keys. And then beside that on this computer is the insert key.
Preferences sub-menu P.
Small face. Face near top edge.
Preferences sub-menu P.
We're going to go in here to Preferences, Settings.
S. NVDA settings. General.
YouTube. Now, we like to play 3D all.
Speech 2 of 12. General 1 of 12.
First thing we're going to want to do is actually go to Speech.
Speech 2 of 12.
We're also going to
Speech chain. Voice.
go to Voice. We're going to choose the Spanish we want to use. Spanish Spain and Spanish Latin America. We're going to use Spanish Spain just because it sounds better.
Spanish Spain.
And you can already tell it's sounding different. We're gonna now we're gonna shift tab 3 times to go back up to the categories list. We're gonna up arrow to go to general. And now we're gonna click tab after we've clicked on general in the general property page. We're gonna click on, since I already know these languages, order. We're gonna click S until we hear Spanish. Oops. Serbian. Slovak. Slovenian. Somali.
Spanish.
And Spanish. Now we click enter, and you're going to hear the Welcome to NVDA dialog in Spanish.
15 minutes. Stop.
So, let's hit enter. I already know it's going to read it weird, so I'm just going to double tap enter. And listen to this.
YouTube.
Bienvenido a NVDA 4 de diálogo. Bienvenido a NVDA. La mayoría de los comandos para controlar a NVDA requieren que mantengas presionada la tecla NVDA mientras presionas otras teclas. Predeterminadamente, las teclas insert del teclado numérico y del principal podrán ser utilizadas como la tecla NVDA. También puedes configurar a NVDA para utilizar el block mouse como la tecla NVDA. Presiona NVDA más N en cualquier momento para activar el menú de NVDA. Desde este menú, puedes configurar a NVDA, obtener ayuda y acceder a otras funciones de NVDA. Configuración, agrupamiento, disposición del teclado, cuadro combinado portátil cerrado Alt más T.
Okay, so the options here we have, mine is set to laptop, but then you have
Sobremesa.
sobremesa, which means desktop. And I didn't realize we were using Colombian Spanish, so I'll have to change that later. But we're going to set it to, the other one.
Portátil.
Portátil, which is
Desktop list.
laptop. Now, there's also another language on NVDA, which sounds very much like Spanish, and I'm going to change it to that. The voice language, not the actual NVDA language, although I'm able to understand what it's saying. To do that, we go NVDA
NVDA menú.
P
Configuración C.
and C for settings, which in this case is configuración.
Configuración de NVDA.
Now we're going to go back to, we're actually going to go to one arrow down. So follow me.
Voz de voce.
Speech, also known as voz in Spanish.
Voz cambio. Voz. Cuadro combinado Spanish. Sign. Cerrar.
We're going to press A until we hear Aragonese, or whatever the heck that's called. Now we're going to switch to the other type of Spanish. There goes my school iPad. Now we're going to go back up.
Sintetizador. Categorías.
You can tell it sounds very much identical. We're going to go back up, press the arrow key,
Configuración.
settings, to general,
Spanish. Es.
Spanish ES, which is the regular type of Spanish. Now we're going to press enter. If this wants to work.
Cambio de configuración de idioma. Cuadro de diálogo NVDA debe reiniciarse para que el nuevo idioma se efectúe. Reiniciar.
So it's saying that NVDA must restart for the new language to take effect, which is pretty much almost identical, except you'll notice some major differences. Use your ears. You're going to have to listen to this. Here we go.
Bienvenido a NVDA diálogo Uribe exclamación. Bienvenido a NVDA. La mayoría de las órdenes para controlar a NVDA requieren que mantengas presionada la tecla NVDA mientras pulsas otras teclas. Por omisión, las teclas insert del teclado numérico e insert principal podrán utilizarse como la tecla NVDA. También puedes configurar a NVDA para utilizar el bloqueo de mayúsculas como la tecla NVDA. Pulsa NVDA más N en cualquier ocasión para activar el menú NVDA. Desde este menú, puedes configurar a NVDA, obtener ayuda y acceder a otras funciones de NVDA. Opciones, agrupación, disposición del teclado, cuadro combinado portátil contraído Alt más T.
So the second option, the lower option, is pretty much the same, except if you're a sighted person, you already notice the difference. If you're a blind person, you will notice that it says, instead of sobremesa, like it said before,
Escritorio.
it says escritorio, which... What happened?
Stop recording video. Button.
Yeah, but this all means the same thing. So we're going to click portátil,
Es portátil. Desktop lista. Príncipe casilla de
and here is my desktop list. We cannot go into talking typer because I guess it's destroyed. Not sure what's going on there. But for the most part, it's the same. Both Spanish and, yeah. So, I guess that's about it, really, for this computer. And then for my fellow NVDA users, Matt, this one is especially dedicated to you. I know you do not like the e-speak voice, but I just wanted to make this in case this would have potentially interested you. Most blind people tend to use NVDA just because it's easier than JAWS, and you don't have to pay for a subscription. Which, to be honest, $90 is pretty good. I mean, yeah, I'm not using JAWS on this computer.
Stop recording video. Viewfinder.
But $90 is actually very good. When previously they were actually at, let's see, $1,000 you had to pay to install JAWS on each individual computer. That was a pain, and many people did not like that, I don't think. Which is, I think, the reason why they switched to the $90 plan. Why Freedom Scientific did that. See, now you get a license to install JAWS. And that license costs $9. If you want, I can link you guys all to Gallagher123123's YouTube channel, and one of his videos on there is called JAWS Goes Subscription, or whatever the heck that's called. You can take a look at that entire video on his channel if you go look. He's not as big of a YouTuber as Matt is. Matt, I do want to say, though, for how young you are amazing. Almost 3,000 subscribers, especially for how young you are. And Cullen Gallagher, you're also doing pretty well. Yeah, you have fewer subscribers, but I think you can get to Matt's level eventually. This doesn't mean I'm hating on you. I'm just trying to say, I'm giving you a compliment. So, yeah. Now I'm going to switch my NVDA back to English. I'm going to set it back to the way I had it. Now, you'll notice something else. If you saw this Colombian Spanish, which I know you all did,
Opciones. O.
instead of configuración, C, you have opciones, which is O. That is, I think, what it's supposed to be in regular Spanish, Spain. So I'm going to press the O key, which means options. In English, it would be S for settings.
Opciones de NVDA. General. Configuración normal. Diálogo. Categorías.
We're going to set this thing to
Voz de voces.
speech. Yes, that's still the same. That didn't change.
Voz cambiar voz. E. English Caribbean.
I'm going to use this English for now.
Synthesis.
And as you can probably already tell, it's reading it very badly.
Synth category.
But we're going to switch that.
General one that way.
Yep.
Cada configure. Idioma da envi. E. English N.
And we're going to set it to English yen. That's just about it. We're going to press enter.
Cambio da configuración da idioma da logo NVDA di rilascia hasta que el nuevo idioma tenga efecto. Option.
And it's restarting. So you don't have to listen to the welcome dialogue in English, because for all of you blind users, you already know what that sounds like.
Desktop link.
Okay. that's just about it. And how this charger plugs into the computer, I'll show you. I'm going to shut down this computer. If this wants to work.
WinZip checkbox not checked. S. Switch user. S. Sleep. S. Shutdown.
I'm going to shut it down completely.
Desktop list. WinZip checkbox not checked.
Now I'll let you watch
WinZip checkbox not checked.
the...
WinZip checkbox not...
There it goes. And we're going to watch the whole computer shut itself off. Now, if you were wondering where the speaker on this computer is located, I'll show you. Before I plug in the cable. So still shutting down. And there you go. Now we can close this up, push the antenna in. Now, the speaker on this computer is actually going to be down here by the retractable carrying handle. Now, we're going to go back to the right side of the computer. Yes, this is a long video because it's a tech video. Your charger just simply goes in like this. And it'll plug in. Yeah. So that's about it for this computer.
Stop. 7 minutes. Stop.
And I need to realize. Yeah. So I'm gonna go edit this with iMovie and upload it. I need all my blind people to know. All of my blind subscribers. I know I have quite a few. Allie Elliott, what do you think of this thing? Breezy Productions, what do you think of this thing? Matt, the awesome guy, what do you think of this thing? I know you have a bit of vision, so what do you think of this thing? Is it massive? Melody, McDuck, what do you think of this thing? I know you're not totally blind. Kimani, I tried my best to describe this for you as well. What do you think? Bridget R. You were previously known as Bree K. What do you think of this thing? Isn't it massive? So yeah. Connor, what do you think of this thing? Connor Rose. Cullen Gallagher, I know you have vision, some vision too, so what do you think of this thing? Alright. I am going to head off, put this together, and yeah, I'll see you guys later. Yeah, I'm going to be editing that trip report next week. I really didn't have much time to edit this week because I had to back up all my stuff to Google Photos. But whatever. I'm going to put that all together today. Probably start putting it together today. And then probably have it uploaded. Bye. Maybe the day of Halloween. I don't know, because that, yeah. But it's my trip report returning from Argentina. So yeah. Thanks for watching. And I'll see you guys later. Peace.